welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 12, Division 1, Rounds 4 and 5. Here today, the opening round, which is round 4, will take place in Italy for Mugello. As we just wait for, it's probably with Fadley. Yep. To fully connect to the lobby, and we can get going. 14 riders, over double the amount we had in Division 2, but even with the lack of numbers in Division 2, Portimao at least was a very entertaining race. The lead forever changing, things never staying the same, always turning on their head. But Hulicar is the first one to leave the box with 10 minutes of qualifying, 35% race, which equates to 8 laps. So an 8-lap race around the Italian circuit, which takes place in Tuscany, it is just south of Bologna and just north of Florence, or the other way around, potentially. Right, I could easily got that the wrong way around. No, I got that right. I got that right. So, VTR, he has led the championship for a long time. He has won every race so far. He hasn't won every single race on track. Hulicar has crossed the line in first in Estoril, but he did have a long lap penalty, so it did not matter. And again, it looks like VTR has got the best race pace. However, with this shortened race, things might change. It's very important, especially at a circuit like Portimao. But we'll get to that road when we arrive at the Algarve, and we'll stick with Mugello for now. So VTR just hanging onto the back of Hulicar. I'm thinking he's going to try and get some form of slipstream to either start or end the lap. So around the final corner of Buccine, really wide line to get the best run down the straight, reaching over 350 kilometers an hour, depending on your gearbox, maybe even 360, and slipstream. So we go into San Donato, turn 1, sliding the rear goes Hulicar, the Colombian, wide at the mid apex and cuts it back for turn 1, a little bit of a wheelie and you change direction for turn 2, and then into turn 3. Picked it up right at the vice activators. They head towards turn 4, which is the first corner of the second sector. These guys will probably only get 2 laps max, maybe more if they do more than one run. Really cool, using a lot of curb there, which you want to do. Didn't use all the curb, which is going to cost him just about probably that half a tenth to a tenth. But so far, solid lap by Hulicar at the moment. Out of the second Arrabbiata, down into Scarperia and Pelagio. Very tidy lap from Hulicar. This is definitely going to be 42, I'd imagine, as long as he doesn't mess up. Corintaio or the Biondessis or Buccine. Corintaio nicely done. Just the Beyond. I think the Biondessis is the hardest set of corners on the circuit. Through Biondetti Uno and Due, nicely done. Not a lot of risk taken. Very safe. Just clipping the curb. Bit of a shake and going to Buccine. He's going to run quite wide for the mid apex, but that's because you have to set up the exit for the run down the home straight. Shifting up the gears 4th, 5th, and then finally 6th. And up to the line. What is the opening lap time going to be? It's a 42.8. Trying to find VTR on here. And VTR, who must have suffered a crash and ran on, is third. So we're going to go to the next riders. Fortunately, I don't know. Trying to. Rolj. Schmoyes goes third. Rolj now goes third. Rolj was really strong here last season. And the season before that, Nelson jumps to second. Craig goes second. So many people crossing the line. Aaron goes into 5th. Aaron had an absolute nightmare last time out. Amir and Finley and validating the laps, but they're going again. Meanwhile, VTR, currently 8th place. Not where we're used to seeing him, but obviously a poor opening lap. We set a red sector 1. But he's got Nick jumping in front of him. He's not on a personal best lap. So, but luckily for him, the RNF Aprilia rider gets out of his way. But VTR's lost time in the second sector, and he's round wide, and he's invalidated. So he's going to have to return to the box pretty swiftly. Nelson currently in third on the front row. Nelson had a strongish showing around Brno, top 5. Definitely had pace for the podium, but unfortunately just did not go his way. Howling Siege, he had a really strong performance in Brno, strongest on this game. Podium pace, took the sprint podium. Unfortunately, in the feature race, it just went a bit wrong with a crash, but still he maintained that top 5 pace. So just keep an eye on the Dutchman, see how much he's improved, especially since he raced here at the circuit last season, and he was about 7/10 off the pace, roughly. He could just about hold on for the first half, and in the second half of the race he just completely went backwards. But Schmoyes now is going to be the next rider to cross the line, currently improving in all 3 sectors. He's got the fellow Aprilia rider Rolls behind him, who's not decided to box, so Schmoyes does improve and on position. Jack Berman yet to set a lap time on the Grassini Ducati. Nelson's managed to invalidate his lap time. Aaron goes to the box. Lots of riders, and Jack goes into second place. Howling Siege now entering the final corner, running the hard front, medium rear. This track definitely offers a very wide selection of tyres, because I think all tyre combinations, depending on riding styles and setup and bike, can offer the best lap time. Howling crosses the line, he goes into 7th. And Rolls is on for a 3rd lap, so his tyres are going to be pretty spent. But he's got... I mean, the tyres don't really wear out here, so you can do really strong lap times right to the last lap. I think that's just because of how even out the track is. There's a majority of right-handers, but the way the tyres are... I think the tyres are asymmetric, so it just makes it that little bit easier. Rolls is currently just under 3/10 off the next grid spot from Howling, and he's had a massive moment into Bacchine. Will he round up the lap, or will he box for low fuel and up? And yeah, he's going to box, probably best. It's going to be very tight for him. I think he's just run out of fuel actually as well. So Hulicar now will start his penultimate lap of the session. Meanwhile, his teammate is one of 4 riders yet to set a lap time. Amita Heifer, he's had a mixed bag of results, and he's gone down at Savelli. Hit the inside of onto the grass. Obviously, you want to hit the curb, but he's completely misjudged it and gone down, and not ideal for the Italian at his home track, on the home bike for the home team, home everything for him. And currently, he's going to be starting last in a massive Ducati sandwich. But Hulicar 42.8 currently. 6/10 over everybody, but VTR is yet to set a representative lap time. But he is personal best sector 1, so VTR currently not on course to take pole position, which is not what we're used to seeing this season. Usually VTR leads every single session at every single moment. But Hulicar's got something at the moment. Big slide down into turn number 11. Sorry, that's turn 10. Into 11 and now into Corinthians, turn 12. Will he continue to go for a consecutive red sector? Yes, he will, but he's Rambicini 1 wide. He's just about got away with track limits around the edge of the curb into the final corner. A lot cleaner than last time. This is definitely going to be another of a great lap. What kind of 42 is it going to be? VTR, though, he's found time in the 3rd sector as well, using the turning abilities that Aprilia. Hulicar up to the line. It's a 42.6. What can VTR do about that? He's going to get slipstream from his teammate as well. That might help him. Slipstream up to the line for VTR. And he nabs it. Finding 0.2 of a second in the final sector. I don't know how much of that was slipstream, but definitely helped VTR gain those last attempts to take pole. Fadley improving, he's yet to set a lap time, and he's only going to get one go at it, so he's just going to navigate through Bacchini. Reps for a second consecutive week is not going to set a lap time, neither is Finley. Lots of riders invalidating. Alden's gone down, Jack Berman's gone down. I think those two crashes are related. Nelson's gone down as well. Fadley goes to the line. Jumps to 5th. Amir's not set a lap time. Roll just gone down as well. So Nick Jumping, Hulicar and VTR are the last riders to set lap times. VTR and Hulicar are surely not going to improve. So and Schmoys as well. So I think that is the whole grid set up. And Jack Berman's been disconnected, so that means we're going to have to restart the lobby. Oh, and Jumping's gone down. This is a complete disaster. Schmoys might improve though. Improving in the second sector. Big wheelie though out of turn 9. Lots of traffic everywhere with the AI riders, I think. Because we know Nick Jumping got out of the way of VTR earlier, and this is definitely not going to help Schmoys. Or it could do, depending on how fast the AI is going. Seems like the AI is actually going fast enough. Could give Schmoys the slipstream, and you can definitely get a lot of time using the slipstream. Schmoys comes up to the line to improve. What lap time is it going to be? There he goes, 9th. So VTR is on pole, Hulicar 2nd, Jack Berman's 3rd, Craig 4th, Fadley 5th, Nelson 6th, Nick Jumping 7th, Aaron 8th, Fat Howling 9th, Schmoys 10th, Rolge 11th, Reps 12th, Finley 13th, and Amir rounds up the field in 14th.
Start of the Italian Grand Prix here at Mugello, just a few moments away now. Very soon we'll see the riders powering down to the San Donato corner. While the riders enjoy a well-deserved lap of honour, let's take a look at the final results of this race.
Right, so here we go. 14 riders, hopefully everything can go well. So we wait for everybody to ready up. 8 laps at Mugello. Hard front probably, then the rear generally can be the hard or the rear. It generally goes down to rider preference because both tyres I think can last the distance. So it's just whichever tyre better suits their riding style and stuff like that. So we are just waiting for Hulicar and Craig now. Just Hulicar now. Double check. Right, there we go. Everybody is ready, so let's get this race underway. VTO looking to make it was it 5 victories on the bounce, 4 GPs on the bounce in season 12. But he does have notoriously bad starts, and Mugello's got a long run to turn 1, so we wait and see how will the current championship leader fare. And we are off. Vito getting a decent start for once, but Hulikov has got the better one as he'll run down to turn 1 now, going over the crest into the little slight left, and oh my lord, Schmoyes is just, oh, that's a red flag. Yeah, Schmoyes is just I think I might have jumped, possibly, yeah, multiple crashes, but yeah, Schmoyes just completely sent it from miles back, and yeah. Right, so we'll go again. That is the only red flag we have, but that will be renewed for Portimao. But hopefully everyone can just be a bit more calm. Peter's probably going to be really annoyed because he did have such a good start. But let's see if he can replicate it. So we go, lights are on for the final time here in Italy. And we are once again away. Once again, similar starts. Oh, Reps has gone down off the start. Very, very odd crash. And Nelson and Finn have had very bad crashes, bad starts as well. Vito and Hulicar making contact through into the braking zone of turn 1. That's Howling Siege down at San Donato. But it is Vito who leads the way. Oh my lord, Jack Boom is completely smashed into the side of Nick Jumping. I don't quite know how that happened. Nick Jumping came on the back, try really, really aggressively there. Thankfully there's been there was no collision there. But Vito's out front, trying to set in the pace. As it's all going on the back here. Roll just made his way up to 6th place. And Nelson barges his way through. Oh my lord. That is... Okay, lots of problems just went on there. Hulicar's letting VTL go, but I don't. One of the Cressini Ducatis, I think that was Fadley, just caused absolute mayhem as Nelson goes up the inside of Rolge. A car and tyre for 5th place, but Rolge is going to cut it back underneath the former 2-time champion. And Rolls retakes the place as they go into the Biondettis for the opening time. And it's just about going to be Nelson who holds on. Loads of people are losing, having connection errors who are in the party. And Nelson goes up the inside of Craig now. Nelson being really aggressive, and Rolls forces his way through, does a double pass at the final corner to move into 4th place. Nick Jumpy's got himself a long lap penalty. Fadley's gone down for a second time. Down the straight they go, 3 abreast heading towards turn 1. Fulicars retaking the lead of the race. Down into the braking zone. And I don't know how these 3 have stayed on, to be honest, but Craig has held on to 4th place just about as they head in towards turn 2 and now into turn 3. Nothing separates them at all. Out to the 3rd corner, down towards turn 4. Onto the brakes. Nelson's looking up the inside. Bits of making contact with the rear wheel, but thankfully no problems being arisen, as loads of people just can't keep disconnecting in the chat. So I think PlayStation servers are having a bit of a mare. Oh, and Hulicar and VTR making contact at the exit of Savelli into Arrabbiata 1, and VTR's emerged in the lead once again. Hulicar going round the outside. It's going to turn into the inside for the next corner, but Hulicar's just unable to just squeeze through. But Jack Berman's holding on to these two as they go into turn 12. Hulicar is in slipstream rage still, so I'm guessing that's how he passed VTR on the previous lap. Into the Biondettis, or VTR just having a little bit of a readjustment there. And Nelson, after his very aggressive opening lap, has just lost a tiny bit of touch with Rolge and Craig in front of him. But now down the straight they go, and I think Hulicar is going to slipstream past the Aprilia. He's gaining. He's pulled up alongside and he's through. VTR's got the work to do again, but Hulicar's going to run wide in the braking zone of turn 1, and VTR retakes the lead, so not much work done for VTR. But Hulicar's going to send it up the inside into turn 2 and forces VTR and himself extremely wide. Very aggressive move by Hulicar, but it's got to be done to try and beat the reigning champion. Down into turn 4, and Hulicar once again forcing his way up the inside, but VTR's got the inside line, but then Hulicar's going to get the better exit. And meanwhile, all this is allowing is for Jack Berman to sit right on the back of these two. Meanwhile, the crashes down further down the field. Nick Jumping and Finley both have long lap penalties, but Finley's running in the highest place he has done all season. So if he was to finish where he is, and Jack Berman's all over the back now of VTR. Manic few corners there for the two leaders, and Jack Berman's just watching this and getting a double dosage of slipstream for the home straight potentially. And that is also, this battle is also allowing Craig, Rolge, Nelson, and Nick Jumping to close in. We could be having a seven rider train forming here soon. The battles keep merging, but VTR's wide at turn 12, Craig's wide at turn 12 as well. Rolge is not the greatest qualifying pace around here, but his race pace last season was race winning worthy, and I think it's proving again the same here. He's just got amazing consistency in race pace on the Aprilia around this track for some unknown reason. This probably just suits his style, his bike style. But now the tables have turned. VTR now is the rider in the slipstream down the home straight. Hulicar's going to pull to the right. Yeah. So he's going to. VTR goes onto the pit entry. That means he's going to turn more left. So that's going to reduce his speed as they go to turn 1. He's got the inside line, but Hulicar holds firm and remains in the lead of the race as Nelson's overtaken Rolge, but the two have made contact, and Rolge, it seems, is going to hold on to the lead of the 5th place battle. Nelson's still trying to get through, but Rolge has got the defensive line for turn 3 and holds firm with the position. So after a lap of not battling, Hulicar and VTR have managed to extend a bit of a gap over Jack Berman. VTR runs quite hot into Casanova, and that's cost him half a second. Big mistake by VTR as they now go into the Arrabbiatas, the angry corners, as we're not even past the halfway stage yet. Oh, and Jack Berman's picked up a long lap penalty despite the fact he was running on the curb there, so I definitely think he'll be protesting that one at the moment. But for 4th place, Rolle's going to be really close to the back of Craig, but making just a tiny bit mistake. in the braking area. And Craig ran really wide through car and tyre last time round, trying to give himself a long lap penalty, but he's not done that this time. Amir and Nick jumping are all fine. Oh, there's been some kind of collision there, and all of a sudden Reps is now moved into 7th place. Yeah, look at this. Oh god, can't get him. Reps, Amir howling, Nick jumping, and Finley all fine for 7th place. Howley's just setting up these. I don't know why you try it there when you've got the long straight to slipstream everyone. So now go down the straight. Honda versus Ducati versus Aprilia, and then KTM and Finley just not close enough to make any form of attack just yet. But Howling is trying to find his way past Amir. These two battled at Brno last week. As they go into the braking zone, Howling's going to go around the outside. He slides, he hits Amir, forces Amir to take a really tight line, but Howling's lost a lot of time due to the slide with the contact. We're back at the battle for 4th place. Roach still can't find a way through on Craig. Craig doing some amazing defensive riding. And Hulikos is maintaining that 6th, 10th gap currently. Vito just having a breather lap, but both of them have got two warnings, so they don't have to worry about any long laps just yet with 3.5 laps remaining of this race. Howling though is all over the back of Amir, who's got Nick jumping and company as well. Nick jumping, looking up the inside at Savelli. He's going to hit the grass and he's gone down. And thankfully he's not taking anybody else, so Finley is going to maintain 10th place for now. As back at the front of the race, we got Craig still fending off Rolls with all his might. Rolls just can't find a way through on the Brit. The American had such fun around this track for the past 2 seasons. There we go, he's looking at the inside at Corintio, but he just can't quite make it work. And meanwhile, Nelson's just sitting back, watching this unfold, waiting for the opportunity to strike. He tried to overtake Rolls a couple of laps ago, but he was unable to make it stick. But now Rolls, I think he's going to set it up. He's going to try and get the best exit out of Albicine possible. Or he's going to turn it underneath Craig on the exit. There we go, he can plant the power earlier. Force Craig wide, side by side the pair of them go. Nothing can separate them, but I think the Ducati's just got the few more horses. But they're still side by side. Who's going to be strongest as the braking zone? It should be Craig. He's got the inside line. He's going to block past him up the inside. Oh, and there goes Nelson. Nelson's going to go up the inside and try and take the pair of them. But Roll just think he's just going to hold on to position. Yes, he is, and Craig has got a cut up. Oh, Finn's gone down, and Craig has just decided to completely cut the corner. He's going to rejoin his 6th place, opting not to crash out the race, and that could have gone horribly wrong. But now that means Roll is set 3 and 4th with Jack Berman in front. Meanwhile, for the lead of the race, Hulikar and VTR, only 3 tenths separate them. VTR right on the ragged edge of the curb, and he's all over the Colombian for the lead of this race. Through the second Arabiatic into Scarpari and Pelagio. Now down the hill, Vito's looking up the inside. It's just not a corner he can really fully attack, which he just can't grab full brakes. Oh, and Nelson's gone down. Nelson's gone down at turn 11, and here comes Vito up the inside at turn 12. So at turn 10, Nelson crashed that. But Vito just can't find a way through just yet. Nothing separates these guys as they now go down into the Buccine for the 3rd to last time. Nick jumping's gone down, lots of crashes everywhere. Vinley's managed to get another long lap penalty as he's now fighting with Fadley, and now down the home straight to start the penultimate lap. And Rolls is closing in on Jack Berman, so Rolls could be on for his first podium of the season. He's had quite a difficult start to the season. And here comes VTR, he's got the inside line on Hulikar. But Hulikar is just going to be stronger on the brakes and holds firm. Vito's got the inside line, he's looking, but he just can't quite do it. Oh, Amir Tahifa's gone down for a 2nd time in this race. And that allows Reps and Howling to move inside the top into the 6th and 7th positions. And Amir's picked a long lap as well. Oh, Hulikar's wide through turn 4. It's going to compromise his exit through turn 5. Running on the curb as well. Into Casanova and Savelli. Hulikar at the inside curve. That just caused him to jump. VTL right on the edge of the curb again, getting all the grip. Into Arabiata Uno and Due turns 8 and 9. Up the hill, and then you drop back down have to be so cautious on the brakes. VTR's running the better lines, but Hulikar's just doing a fantastic job to maintain that gap, just to not allow VTR to form any attack. As this race will go down to the final lap. Through the Biondettis. These guys, I don't think we'll have to worry about track limits. As Jack Berman and Rolls now fine. Here comes VTR, he's got a gigantic run out of the second Biondetti. He goes up the inside of Hulikar and he takes the lead. But he's going to run wide. Hulikar's going to have the inside line. And he's going to force his way through. But here we go. It's the run to the line to start the final lap of this race. Roll just right at the back of Jack Berman as well. But Hulikar leads onto the final lap. Roll just somehow crashed on the start. Finished straight. I think Jack's lagged, unfortunately. And Nick jumping and Schmoyes have gone down as well. VTR takes lead, but Hulikar's got the inside line for the exit of turn 1, and Hulikar leads, but VTR's got the inside line for turn 2, but he just can't quite force his way up the inside of the Ducati. So, out of turn 3 now, heading towards turn number 4. What can the champion do? He's not able to attack, but Hulikar's ran hot into turn 5 for a couple of laps, but he's not done so this time. Now here we go into Casanova Saval. We know VTR has been really tight on the exit. He's hit the curb. In that section, he's ran wide at Casanova, and that's going to affect his run through to Valley as well. And that might be it for VTR. He's going to have to pray that Hulicar makes some form of mistake, or VTR's the most perfect final 2 sectors of Mugello he's ever done. Gap is still 3/10 though, so it's still not over. But here we go, over the rise, coming down to Scarperia and Pelagio, rear end sliding for the Ducati. Jack Berman, he's in a safe 3rd place, but I think his lag has saved him from any form of attack from Rolge. Into turn 12. Hulikar's wide, VTR's tighter, but he just can't quite get through into the Biondettis. We saw VTR's run through the second Biondetti. Can he form any kind of move? He's skinny track limits on the final lap. Here we go into the final corner. It's going to be a run to the line. Oh, Hulikar's a massive moment. VTR goes even wider. VTR's going to try and set it up. So here we go, it's a run to the line. VTR's in the slipstream. Hulikar's going to move all the way to the left hand side. And it's going to be a run to the line. Here we go, and it's going to be Hulicar who wins in Mugello. VTR has to concede to 2nd place. Jack Berman, thanks to lag, ultimately will have a secure 3rd place. Craig takes 4th, Reps is 5th, Howling takes 6th, Nelson for long lap penalties, ran out of fuel, will cross the line in 7th, but Rolls is actually going to take 7th, Amir is in 8th, Bradley's 9th, Friendly's in 10th, and then jumping's 12th, Schmoyes is 13th, and Aaron, unfortunately, is going to round out the field in last place, which is 14th. What a crazy race. Right.
Let's take a look at the final.
These are the final standings. Hulicar wins. VTR 2nd, Jack Berman 3rd, Craig 4th, Reps 5th, Howling 6th, Roll 7th, Amir 8th, Nelson in 9th, Schmoyes 10th, Nick jumping 11th, Fadley 12th, Finley in 13th, and Aaron rounds out the field in 14th. And there we go, all again. Fantastic race there at Mugello. So there's just problems going on currently, but I think people are leaving and rejoining to help with disconnections. No, Jack's going to leave and rejoin. So just waiting on Jack to return. Just check everyone's here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So here we go, Portimao. So here we go, Portimao. The roller coaster in Algarve. Definitely going to be a different race than Mugello was. Completely different circuit in every single way possible. Aaron, I know, he's been doing a lot of practice around Portimao, so in theory he should do a good job here, but let's see. Big slide on the for Aaron there, but Aaron, he might be under investigation potentially for a turn 1 incident with his teammate of all people at Mugello at the start, so we just have to wait and see how that turns out. So hard fronts off rear for Aaron. See all the other riders. Craig yet to go out the box, but everybody lapping round. Finley and Howling riding together. So here we go, over the rise to start the first lap of the session here in Portimao. On board in cockpit cam with Aaron. Here we go, down into turn 1, hard on the brakes. Getting all sideways through turn 1. Staying away from the inside curve just for, I think probably just for this first lap. Through the first sector, now up the hill through turn 4 on the exit. Probably using the ride out device. Down towards turn 5, hard on the brakes. The Tour VIP. What kind of line does Aaron take? He takes a very tough. Well, I think he's ran a bit too wide than he was expecting, he was wanting to, but still, it's not all bad. Probably lost 2 tenths doing that. Through turn 6, now turn 7, doing a lot of curb, and now to turn 8. I'm thinking it's going to be probably 36 or something for Aaron at the moment. Over the crest now, through turn 8, rolling on the power, through turn 9. And now into turn 10 and 11. As the track on the exit will once again drop back down. You've got to manage the wheelie through turn 12. And now into turn 13, tight hairpin. Last left-hander on the circuit for quite a long time. And now into the final corner. Over the rise, across the line, and it's a 36-1. Probably would have been a 39 if he did 35 if he didn't run wide at the Tour VIP of turn 5. Here comes Nick jumping up to the line, and he goes 6th. VTR goes 2nd, so he hasn't done a good lap. Reps now up to the line, can't find him. Goes 2nd, Nelson goes 3rd. Lots of people not doing great lap times here. Amir goes 3rd, Schmoyes is now round in the final corner. And lots of people doing really poor laps here. Howling goes in to 3rd place. Rolled around the final corner now. So only 4 riders so far have done an actual lap time. Rolge goes 8th. The VTL's got a red sector. So let's go on board with him. Red sector 1, red sector 2. Front end starting to move about but it looks all in control. I say there's a massive slide down the hill. Always at the back, the bike's chopping as well, but it's still red sector. This is going to be a 35 of some kind. Really, really wide mid corner line for VTR there. Through the penultimate corner, then into the final corner. Bit tighter than most people have done today. And then up to the line. Roll just disconnected, so we're going to have to restart once again for the race. And there you go, VTR goes pole position. As I'm trying to... Oh, and Fadley's barged his way through on Schmoyes, who's on an invalid lap. I don't quite know what he's doing. Let's see what Jack Berman's doing. He's going on an out lap. Schmoyes is boxing. Aaron is going again for a second time. Aaron, even though he made that mistake at turn 5, seems like the bike's just not got the grip to do another go. Oh, and he's gone down. He's gone down at turn 13. Where's Amir? Amir's now just approaching turn 6. A big lock up on the rear into turn 7. So Amir looking to find 2 seconds. He needs to find just 1 second, and he'll jump onto the front row of the grid with his pink boots and pink gloves and Rossi helmet. Here we go, through the coming into the final corner now with the hard front, medium rear. Big Twins has joined the race. Wasn't expecting that. Usually plays ride. Amir up to the line and doesn't even improve. He improves in time, but not position. Amir struggling here in Portimao. Jack Berman now into the final corner. And now up to the line. And he goes 7th. So we're now approaching the final round of laps. Craig is still in the box. Craig looks like he's not going to be doing a lap time. Nelson, red sector 1. A red sector 1 for the 2-time world champion from season 1 and 5. Into turn 5, a lot of entry speed. And Craig's ended up leaving the session. So Craig will be starting in last place. Not ideal for the man second in the championship. Big wheelies for Nelson. Running the curb and he's gone down. You do not want to be doing that line. And that ultimately could mean Nelson could be starting in 10th place here. Schmoyes now is in the same area, but he's managed to stay on. And he will jump Nelson most likely. Unless he's already had a crash during this lap. Big slide again. Lots of people sliding and chopping. It's like, I think it's just the bumps, but also maybe people's engine brakings might be a bit too strong. Or slipper clutches. Lots of things with the setup here can just change. So many small changes can open a big can of worms. Due to how difficult the circuit is. And Fadley's gone down at, I want to say that's turn 3 on the map. But Schmoy's now up to the line. Reps moves on to the front row for the first time this season. Finley's currently in the second sector, approaching the checkpoint. Howley's managed to invalidate himself, so he'll start in 8th place. Finley runs really wide through turn 10 and 11 down the hill. Nelson is going to start 11th. If Finley can finish this lap, you'll start 12th. Maybe even worse. I can't remember what Roger's lap time. I think Roger actually set a lap time, so unfortunately this is not going well for Nelson. Finley into the final corner. Got Nelson howling for company. Up to the line goes Finley. And he remains 12th. VTR looking to improve on his 35.6. Aaron is set to start in 2nd place. Great stuff by the reigning Division 2 champion. He's been working a lot on Portimao and it's showing. Vito crossed the line and does another 53.6. Aaron was unable to set an improving lap time. Reps and Amir Tahif for the final riders to end the session. Reps looking to secure his front row seat. And he does. Amir's got to find 1.2 seconds on this lap. Up to the line for Amir. and he remains in 8th. So, VTR's on pole, Aaron 2nd, Reps 3rd, Hulikov 4th, Bradley 4th, Hulikov 5th, Nick jumping 6th, Jack Boomer 7th, Mir 8th, Powling 9th, Schmoy's 10th, Nelson 11th, Finley 12th, with Craig and Rolge somewhere. I'll give these guys a run at turn 1, given how it is.
There's only room for one thought in the rider's mind: to make it to the finish line first. While we wait for the cameras to take us to Park 30 to meet today's stars, let's take a quick look at the...
So Craig's gonna have to leave the session and rejoin because it won't select him as a rider or a thing. So right, so VTR on pole, Aaron, Reps, Fadley. Where's Fadley? The road just loads on. Wasn't even good enough, so yeah, it'd be like that. Right, that's the grid sorted. Right, let's get going. For the final race of the day, taking quite a while to get to this stage. So, just waiting on Howling, Amir, Fadley, and Rolls to ready up. This one I'm thinking it's gonna be a crash fest, if I'm honest. I can't see it being anything else. He who stays on shall be first, probably. Stay on the bike, probably in top 5 easy. I think it's gonna be that simple. Given that it's just so unbelievably easy to make a small mistake that can just go up an exponential curve. Make one mistake and it unravels, and all of a sudden you've lost 20 seconds. But here we go. VTR on pole for the first time. Aaron Jacko is in the front row in second, with Reps rounding out in third. His first front row of the season. So here we go. The lights are on, hopefully for the final time. No red flags will be needed, but fingers crossed. And we are away. And it is Reps who leads the way ahead of Aaron as we go down towards turn 1. And it is Reps who leads, or is it? Oh, and Hulikar's gone down. Nelson's gone down as well. It's all chaos, but it is Reps who leads the way at his home track. Who's first? Jack Berman is in second. Jack Berman's third. Aaron's fourth. Howling's in fifth, as we're all just approaching turn 5 now. And who's that saying? Whoa, and Nick jumping is a massive moment. Oh, and Howling's gone down at turn 5 as well. Schmoyzer's gone down. Lots and lots of crashes going on, but it's all got. Oh, and Nelson's got. Oh my lord, Howling's had a massive moment through turn. Oh, and rolled. Oh lord. And that is definitely a red flag. Yeah, there was so many crashes on that lap. That was ridiculous. Some riders will be thanking their lucky stars. Unfortunately, Nelson either DC'd or left. That's his chance of points gone. Your lights are on again for the final time today. It's been a long stream, this one is. And we're away for the final time. And it's going to be Reps again who gets the run into turn 1. But it's going to be VTR on the bricks. No, it's not. It's going to be Aaron. Aaron takes the lead for the first time in Division 1. And it's Hulikar in second. And it's Nick jumping. Oh, and someone's that Schmoyzer's gone down as they all file through turn 3. Massive amounts of contact with a lot of riders. And it's about 4 abreast out of turn 4, down into turn 5. And here comes Nick jumping up this side of Jack Berman. He's going to bully his way through. VTR's got calls in the slipstream fight. Aaron Jacko's gone down. Aaron Jack has gone down at turn 5. VTR is all the way down in 10th place as we now go into turn 6 and 7. Absolute carnage. Right, here we go. Turn 8. This corner caused a lot of mayhem, and Reps goes up the inside of Amir and goes down. Oh my god! Dear me, turn 8 caused carnage in the first run, it's caused carnage again. Oh my god. I cannot wait to see what it was that caused all. I think Reps got sent up the inside of... I don't even know what happened. Reps sent up the inside of somebody, who then, Finley then wheelied and then got hit by the back of someone, and it just created absolute carnage, but Hurley Car leads by 2.2 seconds ahead of Nick Jumping in second. Amir Heifer moves into third. Jack Berman is now fourth. Rolge is in fifth. VTR 2.7 seconds back is in sixth, with Schmoyt in seventh. Reps, the home rider, in eighth. Craig in ninth from Howling, rounding out the top 10 with Fadley and Aaron Jacko rounding out the field. But Jack Berman has gone down. He's the next faller. Everybody's going down. I said it'd be a crash fest. Stay on and you're in the top 5. That's been the case. Big mistakes by a lot of riders, for a lot of bad luck for a lot of riders as well. But we'll go with this battle for 10th place as Howley's trying to fend off Fadley. Had no idea who that is, who's just joined the session. But going into turn 5 now, Fadley looking up the inside of the Dutchman. Howley's had a massive moment on the brakes, and he's going to try and turn it underneath the Indonesia, but he's not, and he's forced to drop to 11th. And Aaron, who was leading for the first 5 corners, is in 12th. He definitely has the pace to run on the podium spots, but unfortunately it's just not gone that way. As Schmoyes and Reps are now side by side through Craig Jones. Oh, and he's round winding. Reps goes up the inside at turn 11 and takes the spot. And look at Jack Berman being an opportunist, taking the spot as well. Schmoyes dropping 2 places, but Schmoyes has set up the inside of Jack, forces his way through, and then Craig is to just snatch the spaces for the pair of them. And somebody else has just got... Oh, and Aaron and Howling have gone down together at turn 13. No idea whose fault that was. Howling's left the session, so the 2 Dutchmen have gone. It's just carnage, and I called it. And I just can't... I knew it was going to be carnage, I didn't realise it would be this much carnage. Who comes out in front... I've told you, unless something goes horribly wrong, it's going to be him who takes the double here today. Schmoyes looking up the inside of Jack Berman. Oh my lord, they were in sync then. They both stopped. They both had a shed shake, and then ultimately they both went down and out. And Finley's gone down as well. Finley goes down at turn 1. Aaron's now into 9th. Reps is 6th. Rolls is 5th. All manner of... this is going to be one of the worst races I've seen in quite some time by these lot. I think the biggest... I remember that the biggest crash fest we ever had was like season 5 Division 2 at Assen. That was like a right crash fest. It was about 30. I think it was... We counted about 30 something crashes in the space of 10 laps. Whoa! And Roll does a massive wheelie over the crest on the exit of turn 8. And look at Craig trying to be an opportunist, just like he did the previous lap. Oh, and Roger's gone down at turn 10, taking way too much entry speed, getting caught up in the slipstream. And he's another list to the crashes. I hope somebody's keeping count of the amount of crashes we're suffering here, because it's beyond ridiculous. Oh, Reps is at the inside curve and he's gone wide, and that's going to allow Craig to move into 5th place. Meanwhile, Hulicar is leading now by 3 seconds. VTR is 3 seconds behind Amir Tahifa. And Nick Jumping doing a fantastic job in seconds, keeping it clean, keeping it tidy, and so far he's in a very good spot. We had a first time winner in Division 2 at this track today. Can we get a first time winner in Nick Jumping today? Down into turn 1. Thankfully everybody's got through it safely for now. All Reps and Craig making contact. They're both swapping positions constantly. And Finley's gone down again at turn 1. whoa, and all of them are having such moments on the front end, and the bikes are snapping, and just so many things are going on at once. Hulikar has currently got the fastest lap of the race. It seems like these two are very equal in speed. But unfortunately, I think, unless more crashes go on ahead of them, I think this is the highest these guys can fight for. As Craig just rides on under the inside of Reps through turn 12. Very good move there by Craig. Bit of contact, but not too much. But Reps is going to turn it underneath the Mooney VR46 Ducati and retakes 5th place. But Craig is going to get the better exit, surely. No, he's not, but he's going to try and, I think he's going to try and set up the last corner. He's going to go extremely wide, cut it back, able to plant the power on earlier, get the slipstream. Look at that run over, he's gone a bit wide, he's hit the grass, but the two are going side by side down the straight, and Craig takes the lead, and he takes 5th place. But Reps has got the inside line, but Craig cuts him off, but ultimately I think he's going to run a bit wide. Yeah, and Reps has got the inside to the two make contact, but Craig is just going to fend him off. But he's ran extremely wide again, and Reps retakes 5th place. Meanwhile, VTR is starting to close. Oh, and Craig's looking inside again of Reps. VTR is closing in on me. Oh, Fadley's gone down at turn 5. That's going to promote Rolge and Aaron up to 9th, and his teammate Jack to 9th as well. So Rolge, Aaron, Jack into 7th, 8th and 9th place. Fadley down to top 10, but Fadley's going to attack Jack. But he runs wide, and his teammate retakes 9th place. But Jack's at the curb at turn 8, and he's gone down again. Schmoyes moves into 10th, and Jack's gone. Loads of people just raging at this circuit. I will admit I was the person who chose this circuit. It was for this very reason. Once Reps and Craig Mills are making contact at turn 12, and this time Reps is forced onto the outside curb. Thankfully he's not gone down. We're having a right ding-dong battle here. Oh, and Finley's gone down for another time, and he's gone as well. So if you just finish this race, you get points. Reps and Craig get on the inside curb and nearly going down. VTR now looking to try and pass the meter, either around the outside like Craig did one lap ago against Reps. But Mia's got the horsepower. But Vito's going to try now break the Italian round the outside through turn 1. He's got the move perfectly done. Here comes Craig. Can he pull it off? He's up the inside of the Portuguese rider. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And Reps has somehow managed to hold on to that, the bike. Bucking and weaving. He said on Craig. Once again, he just sends it into this corner and runs wide every single time. And Reps just keeps on retaking the place. But Craig's got the inside line this time for turn 4. And he's gone through, and Reps has not seen that coming, and he's gone down. So much drama going on in this race. It's absolutely ridiculous. Reps has now dropped down to 9th place. Aaron and Rolge and Fadley have inherited those positions. Just crash after crash after crash after crash after crash. Reps now getting through on Fadley. Fadley having to concede again, but Fadley conceded last time and then into turn 8. Rider in front went down, but this time that's not the case, and Reps has stayed on. But he said a lot of spinning, a lot of he's gone on the outside curve. It's all going horribly wrong for Reps. But Fadley's ran really wide through turn 9. Craig Jones but Fadley's got up the inside of Reps, who ran wide at turn 10 and 11. But the Grassini rider is just not able to get through. Where is he? Yeah, he is at turn 12. Oh, he's hit on the grass, and he somehow stayed on. And now into turn 13, Fadley's got the inside line. He's got past the Repsol Honda rider. But the Reps has got the inside line for turn 14. But Fadley's going to try and cut his nose off, squeeze him. Reps just about edges his way through. All contact between the two. And Reps has got the position. And Fadley takes so much entry speed on the final corner. Cuts it back. But he's now going to try and take the slipstream. But I think he's just out of range. Or is he? Yeah, he's going to have to be a bit of a send into turn 1. Meanwhile, Aaron and Rolge are battling. Oh, Fadley's up the inside of Reps, and he forces him to sit up. He's gone on the curb, bounces wide. Gone on the curb again, he's spun up, and Reps retakes the place. Meanwhile, Aaron's looking up these. Whoa, and Reps. They're all on the curb, going all over the place. Fadley's managed to pick up a long lap penalty. Rolge has got in front of Aaron Jacko. Aaron and Rolge, tooth and nail, the two previous Division 2 champions. Aaron up the inside, sliding all over the place. He's forced rolls right out to the outside of the corner, but thankfully they've stayed in track limits and very harsh but just about fair move. All rolls on the curb, nearly going down. Don't hit the inside curb, which hasn't done. But now we're getting to the laps where you don't need to make that much. You don't need to hit the curbs at turn 8 to go down. I feel like Rolls' bike's a little bit too short because he's wheeling all over the place. We know that Aprilia likes to wheelie anyway, but that's wheeling too much for my money. Oh, and Reps has gone down again. I don't believe it, and he's gone down to last place. Last season's vice champion. This season, it's just not going well for him. Finley's rejoined the session. And Aaron now is starting to pull away from Rolls. Maybe like the front Hooley car. I was going to say about it's done a perfect race, but he's ran wide there. But he doesn't. That's probably the safer option. Just bring it home. You've got 5.5 seconds. You do not need to push. Nick jumping. He should be fine, but I have a feeling that VTR is really pushing to try and get second place, to try and do damage limitation. I'm just annoyed the fact that Hooley car DC'd out of her F, because at this moment we could be seeing Hooley car and VTR separated by about 1 point if that was the case. Maybe even Hooley car might have even won the race because VTR went down to her F. So it's really frustrating that that's how it's happened. But VTR, I think he might have to settle for third place. He might go winless for the first time on a day this season. He's having a bit of spinning issues as well. You can see he's just struggling to get grip to the ground. At this stage of the race, the tyres just completely give up. There's no strength there's no grip on the right hand side especially. Look at that, just the spin. You can see the bike just spinning, going sideways on acceleration. And all you're feeling is you're turning, the whole bike's just vibrating, just chattering, and you feel the front's just closing. You can't do anything about it. But one person who's done a brilliant job all day today, Hooley car, out the final corner to start the final lap of this race. He hadn't won a race since today, and he looks like he might take a double down into turn 1. Nice and conservatively. Don't hit the inside curb. And I think that might be it. That should be him safe. Whoa, and it jumping has a bit of a snap through turn 1, and VTR, he's only 8 tenths away. But the thing is, VTR, he's right on the ragged edge, but he's just got no grip. Oh, and Roll just gone down on the final lap at turn 1. Is Fadley going to be able to overtake him? Yes, he is. I think he's going to lose all 3 positions by the look of it. He's just... yeah, he has. He's lost all positions. VTR's pushing. He's trying to get to Nick jumping, but it's all going to come down to the final 2 sectors probably. Here we go into turn 8. This is what I think's the worst corner on the circuit, especially at this stage. The whole bike just doesn't want to agree with you. Through Craig Jones for the final time. And for the first time in a long time, VTR's not going to be top of Aprilia, it looks like. But Ryder, who's done a fantastic job as Hooley car, he's just exited the final left-hand of the circuit. You can't even see Nick jumping or VTR in the background. Hooley car takes a very, very wide line through the penultimate corner. And into the final turn. Hooley car rounds the corner, and he is taking a double today. Hooley car... I'm a bit worried there because you can easily crash doing that. But Hooley car takes victory at Portimao. Nick jumping holds off VTR to take second place, and VTR is ultimately forced to finish in third. Amir Tahifa will take fourth, and Craig rounds out the top 5 in 5th. Aaron, what could have been, takes 6th. Fadley will finish in 7th, and that is exactly what could happen to Hooley car. Schmoyes is 8th, Reps is 9th, and Rolls takes the final points paying position into...
Let's take a look at the final.
Hooley car first, Nick jumping second, VTR third, Amir 4th, Craig 5th, Aaron 6th, Fadley 7th, Schmoyes 8th, Reps 9th, and Rolls rounds out the field in 10th. So I don't know who's still in this party. So we will go with probably go with VTR and Jack then. They finished on the podium. Jack, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So we're third place in Mugello, but an absolute disaster at Portimao. I can imagine quite a bit of mixed feelings, but how would you sum up today?
In Mugello, had a decent qualifying. Like my pace, I was on a good lap at the end before I crashed. My pace was alright, got in the front row, but started off well. Tried to stay with VTR and Judicar, where we did because they were battling for a little while, so I managed to stay with them for a couple laps. Then I got myself a long lap, took the long lap, and then was conserving because I didn't want to get another long lap after, which I was like 3 warners, so I was pretty scared. But Roll just catching up to me, and then unfortunately, I think he had a bit of lag or something, which caused him to crash. Well, I had a bit of lag, caused him to crash on the straight. But P3 in Mugello, which I'm happy about. But Portimao, which is the track that I've done the most practice for, and I was not too far off VTR on time trial, the closest I've been. I had a terrible qualifying, P7. I just wanted to get a lap round because I didn't want us to be starting last. But in the first start, got up to P3. And then in the second one, got back up to P3. But Nick jumping, going into the penultimate corner, decides to... no, corner before the penultimate, I can't remember what corner it was. Sends it up from about 2 tenths back and pushes me literally nearly into the gravel trap. So I was back down to 4th and then I crashed on turn 1. And then that was one of the RNFs. And then again at turn 1, I had a bit of a wobble, but I was going to stay on. And Schmoitz, I think it was Schmoitz, took me out again on turn 1. And I just couldn't be asked because I had the pace, but got taken out by, well, some of my own mistakes, and got taken out twice by the RNFs. Donington next, home track. Bit of mixed feelings right now, but you know, keep on working. Another podium is a podium, I guess.
Yeah, so well done on your podium, and hopefully you can bounce back next week.
Cheers.
And then we go on to VTR. So VTR, for the first time, you are winless in season 12. A very, very hard-fought battle with Judicar and Mugello, and unfortunately, Portimao just you're one of the few riders who didn't crash, but unfortunately, again, just a pole lap 1 just meant you had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to the Portimao race because it's so chaotic. I didn't crash, but I'd say I technically crashed because I got caught up in that turn 8 incident. I just didn't crash, and by the end of lap 1, I was about 8 seconds behind Judicar. So, and I ended up finishing only 5.5 behind of him. So, you know, I did gain time as the race went on, but obviously that start absolutely cost me. I'm annoyed it got red flagged as well because I knew I could have maybe got away as Judicar crashed as well. So, unfortunate for me there. But yeah, in the race today, just I couldn't really do anything else. Just caught up in it, and you know, I just worked my pace, and another lap and I would have had Nick. But you know, fair enough. But you know, it is what it is. It's the first time this whole season where I've been caught up in an incident like that. You know, I've kind of escaped most of the stuff so far. So, you know, it's come back up to me again. So I've had to face it today, and I've gone winless today, but I'm not too bothered because these 2 tracks are probably 2 of my worst 3 on the calendar. So, you know, I've got passed around. I've come away with 2 podiums, so I can't argue with it too much. And in Mugello, I'm very happy with that result. You know, I wanted to win, but I'm actually really happy with that battle with Judicar. We had very similar pace, and I enjoyed it a lot. So well done to him, and well done to Nick for being top of Aprilia as well in Portimao.
Yeah, so well done. Go to next week, which should be interesting. You didn't win there last season, so that's I think will be another crash fest probably. Yeah, that's been it for rounds 4 and 5, and we'll see you next week for round number 6, which will also be a sprint, so it should be even more interesting. So yeah, we'll see you then. Goodbye.